Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is Cendric with Cendric Gaming, coming to you today with another video. Just kind of going over the Central Keep today. Not as far along as I wanted to, just because I wasn't feeling well this week, and so I actually have not been on in a few days to actually work on this at all. But I wanted to take the time, as I promised on my last video, that I was going to, show you all the Central Keep area. So what we have here is we've got the outer walls completely finished. As you can see here, towers are built up and everything else, and I kind of, like I said, while I did dig these down a little bit, the outer part of these are actually still in place. I just left the outer side of the mountains and the hills here in place and kind of built the keep into them, as you can see there. There's the outline of where the wall actually is going to be. And of course you can see the mob name tags there, and you should be hearing the wither going off right now. That's how I have that little bar up there. That is a boss bar there, and what that does just detail how much health the boss has. Little known thing is that you can rename the bosses, and so in this case I renamed the boss Cendric's Keep. And so anytime that you're on the keep grounds, you can tell, it has my name there. I did the top part of the wall here where the walkway is with nether brick slabs, just to, kind of add a little contrast to the stone. Down here, you can see where I've got kind of the start of the outline of all the different little shops and houses that are going to be here. I was going to build a village on the outside over there, but I kind of decided against that just because, it didn't make too much sense with how much space I have here to have a lot of empty space inside the keep. And so this allows me to actually have the houses, little areas inside the keep for villagers and everything else to be at. And then up here, got stairs coming up. And then railings here. I did a little bit of a lattice work here just because I wanted access to a couple of different areas where I could actually, maintain the redstone for a few areas that I have going on. The other advantage is that the wither actually runs my mob grinder a little bit. So down here, we... starting to lag out just a little bit. We have my mob grinder. And so basically you just come here and you kill mobs, get the XP. All their loot, of course, drops down into a hopper system, which we'll show you here in just a second. But yeah, just a whole bunch of mobs spawned into here. Ooh, I want that. And get moved down into here and where we can kill them. Nice thing is that got a few different things going on there. Now one thing that I did put in here was this guy. This guy runs a switch that runs up into a dispenser up in here that actually shoots a whole bunch of arrows off and helps kill the mobs automatically. Let's turn that back off. If we come down this way, this area, coming down here, we actually go into what is going to be the shop area. Now this is a massive item sorter. This is actually fairly expensive. Took a lot of different hoppers to actually do. You can hear dispensers going off in the background there. And so, it just sorts out all the different things that can actually be dropped by the mobs. Now, one thing that a lot of people, even today, still don't know, you kill mobs with a flame sword. You actually get cooked meat out of them if they drop meat. And so, because most of the people on the server are going to have flame swords, I included a cooked meat section with all of these. But yeah, has every single drop that could happen. Now here, that's all zombie meat. Oh yeah, it's right here. This is the arrow chest. This fills up all of the arrows into the hopper system, and that takes all those up and up to there, which I'll show you here in just a second once we get into the maintenance section here. So over here, once again, I have another little maintenance section that I'm going to keep blocked off from everybody, just because I don't want, you know, something to accidentally get broken. And if it does, I have the ability to actually come in here and fix it without having to dig through the walls. So if you're going to do redstone, I definitely recommend that you allow yourself the means to be able to fix said redstone. Because what will happen when I flip that switch is I'll turn this line of repeaters off. That'll turn on that redstone torch. That'll shove that forward into this redstone clock here, which will cause it to fire and go off repeatedly, which will then cause all of these to go off. And yes, I realize I don't need this many repeaters. You don't need to have a repeater on every single one. You just need one on every other one. But I kind of go a little overkill. And that all follows this up here using the redstone tower and flies into here. And that's the dispenser which fires out the arrows into the mobs. And then over here, what we have, that's where we just came from to show you, you know, the hopper system and the arrow system. This is where, you know, all of the overflow drops down into here. And that kind of comes around. There's a piece of XP. Over to here. And into another hopper system. Which, you know, nice little way for us to, you know, just have a little bit of an overflow. And that kind of flows through here. And that will take it all the way back up into the system up there. Just kind of recycle it through as people buy stuff. I basically don't want to waste or lose items that I want to have. Here what we have is the wonderful little squid spawners. I have a home set down here so that I can, you know, kind of consistently refill the shop when I need to. That runs into a dispenser system there. Basically, it's a dispenser elevator, which shoots all the loot from these guys, from the squids, all the way back up into the system, so that way it cycles through and goes into the shop boxes. As we can see here, let's go around the back here. The squids fall through those, and they will just suffocate, basically. Their loot will drop into the hoppers there, and those hoppers will fire and go through and send it all the way back up to, you know, our hopper system to be sorted out and utilized. So inside the walls, the plan is, as you can see, I'm starting to hollow everything out. This is kind of where, like, the barracks, armories, etc. are going to be. There's that hopper elevator system. I'm going to put in a couple of doors here because it's going to be kind of like a little maintenance area that I don't want anybody to be able to access. And now come over here. And then kind of the same thing here. We're starting to hollow all this out. And now I'll be all floored in. And come all the way over to here. And then up here. Wow, that was a little weird glitch. That's where, you know, the doors in between the tower areas are going to be. And then we'll come back over here. This is where the main gate's going to be. This is also going to be another blocked off area because I'm going to actually have some redstone in here to run the gate and just kind of make that a little bit more usable and interesting. And then back around the corner here, all this dirt, that will be taken out and replaced with stone brick or regular stone. Just kind of coming around the corner here, and we still got all of this to hollow out along with that other side. Now, just to kind of show you the actual hopper system, or the grinder system here. As you can see, all the mobs drop in. This is kind of where I go to see see how things are working out. If I'm noticing a breakdown, I can come in here and kind of observe in safety, kind of where the breakdown is and what's going on in there, as they can't kill me from in here. And then over here we got our cow and sheep spawners. There's something going on with those guys. I haven't quite figured out what. But yeah, they're not spawning onto the grass like they should be. And thank you for joining me. If you enjoy these videos, give them a like and give me a subscribe. And we will continue to make them. Once again, y'all have a great day. Bye.